What's going on YouTube? This is Music Player 1979. It's now the 20th of January. That's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to try to finish this video up for you guys this evening and release it and go to bed. I want to start by again thanking everybody for watching my videos. And I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing, and if you can't, I hope I can show you through these videos before you can see it yourself through in the sky, which it won't be long. When you guys look at my pictures, I want you to start doing something a little different. I want you to start thinking about the depth perception. How far an item is away from another one. I want you guys also to think of it as dark rocks in the ocean that are moving, because you're not going to see it all the time. Every now and then, when the light hits it perfectly, you'll be able to make that rock out. And that's how this is. It's like a rock in the ocean. So when the light hits the oxide dust, it bends that light around that planetary object, and we're able to see it. In this picture right here, you see the green color mixed with the majority black and white. Now, that'll be my illustration area in my pictures, instead of me trying to figure out how I'm going to put a circle around that. Now, within that picture, and within that grain, you can see a circular shape just off the borders of that grain that's black. And that's a planet. Now, I put this black and white because it's easier to illustrate and show you the shape that I'm seeing. Now, on the outside of that dark planet, you can see what resemble clouds. But in fact, that's actually smaller debris going around that object. And it's big. Now, this is a depth perception picture, because here on the left you see it coming down. This area is coming down into 45. Okay. And it's making waves. And this right here is actually just slightly in front of this. This is creating all of this debris, and this is its travel. You can make an object out here. You even have a cross here. But try to look, as they say, in between the lines. Look at all the shadows, the lighter colors. Look at the purity in the cloud, how it makes that wave. Now, this picture right here is where I've got 3 or 4 amazing shots. And this truly shows how massively big this is and how fast it's moving. Starting from right here, as we move down, this is the planet, the larger planet. Okay, and it comes all the way down. Now, this right here is because of the debris trail that this huge moon is creating, pushing off of this. Okay? These are its arms. I mean, just truly amazing. Now you can see this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the craters right here, people. I mean, if you look at the moon, and look at this, it's the same frickin' thing. And you can see how elegant this comes down and shoots off of that, and this too. All of this. It's like watching fire. You know how elegant fire looks when it's burning. That's just like this. Beautiful. It's just amazing. And spooky. This thing has scared me so much, it's pathetic. Now look again. I mean, this is just massive. Look at all this, and look how it bends, shoots out in front of it. And again, look at the lighter shade. Okay, the grays, the light grays. Now, if you guys remember my last video, I show you a sunset, a couple sunset shots with an object above it that swoops over and it looks like it's carrying a huge boulder. This is it right here. It's just turned more. If you go back and you look at my video, you'll see that same object. Yeah, this is brighter. Carries a large planet right here in the very front. And there's one here. And they're everywhere, guys. They're everywhere. There's thousands of them. Now, you can see this planet, okay, mixed with the oxide. Now, as I said, you want to look at the darker and the darker colors all the way to the lighter colors, okay? If you're looking in one area, as I am right here, I'm looking in this one area right here. Now, I'm going to take every color there is in this area. I'm going to look at it, okay? I'm going to look at this lighter area and this lighter area, okay? And I'm going to look beyond that. I'm going to look inside that, and I'm going to see this right here, this little object. Okay, and then I'm going to realize, whoa, this right here is a trail, and this right here is a trail. And I don't know which way they're going, but they're going around certainly this object. Now there's oxide, bright oxide here. You can make out other lines on another object that goes straight across it. Okay? And then boom, there's our other object. Now beneath this, that object, you can see another one. Do the same thing. You can see the lines in there. Circle it. It's another object. Guys, they're everywhere. Some are easy to find. Others are not. Some will appear, most of them only appear for 30 seconds or so. It's just when the light bends and it hits it perfectly with the oxide as well. You're able to see it. I can make out a large one right here. I mean, huge. And then you can, I can see this right here and this right here, two lines, and there's a planet right here in between it. And then one planet here and one planet here. You really look, if you just, look in one area, don't focus on the whole picture, then you get lost in it and get confused and say, no, it's just a cloud, you know? So, but just to show you how massive this is, this line and this line, look, this is straight. This is straight, okay? So now I know that from here and here make a planet. And then right next to it, there's a larger one. See, we were just talking about it. And the more you look at it, the more you'll be able to see. There's a planet here. There's lines shooting out of it, shooting, you know, from underneath and coming over. And it's because of a larger object that's over here. Now, I've seen a video where a gentleman saw a face on Soho. And guys, you're going to see faces. I mean, I saw many faces, you know, men and women and children. I saw them dancing and playing, the children, you know, playing in the parks. I mean, it was real. It was so real. You know, men and women dancing and dining, and man, I saw, you know, the opera play, and I mean, it was just the purity, the look, everything was perfect. So people, you're going to see strange things in the skies. And that's why I believe, you know, they said that the young would prophesy and the old would dream dreams. You know, shoot, my dad, he's, you know, calling me, telling me about these strange dreams he's having. You know, and I'm, you know, telling him the strange visions I'm seeing. I'm seeing rocks and huge, massive planetary objects swinging across the sky and hitting each other, and I'm seeing stories play out of, you know, 4 or 5 barbarians fighting each other, and others I'm seeing on the left thousands of soldiers, and on the right thousands more, and they've all got their weapons, spheres and things like that, pointed to each other, and when they hit each other they mingle together, and it looks so dramatic. You know, guys, right here you can see a planet. Okay, it's right here. I mean, with the light and the shadow, right here you can see it within this. It's like a pencil drawing. I've gone through a lot of, I guess, visions. I don't know what to say, how to explain it. Not really more than visions, because I feel it in my body. This one that I'm having now, and it's been going on for really for about a month, but it's a vibration, I can feel it inside my body. You know, I mean, I can feel it in my feet when I walk across the floor and the ground. It is the strongest, most quietest vibration I've ever heard. And I feel it. Not all the time. Now I don't feel it right now. I may in 5 minutes. I was over at my mom and dad's here a couple weeks back, and I was, sitting there and we were watching a game of football, and I looked at my dad and I said, "Man, Dad, you feel that?" He looked at me, kind of like I was a retard or something, And no, and I couldn't believe it. But I knew in my heart that, it was just me. For some reason, I'm cursed with this. It's a mistake I made back in April when I said, "Show me," and they are showing me. There's a planet here. Okay, there's a large one here, and here. You can see it, but you can see this right here, this planet, quarter moon, whatever the hell you want to call it. Excuse my language, but it's there. Now, this is where the infrared would come into play. Okay, there's no shadow. There's no reflection of any shadow here. This is when the sun goes beyond this object and you see the darkness. But see, this is the outline. This is like drawing a dotted, the old pictures they used to have that had the dots on it. And you'd follow 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to however many it was. That's kind of like this. You start with one and, you work yourself all the way down, and by the time you're done, you're going to see a planet right here, and you're going to see an arm shoot out here with several planets right here. And below this massive planet is all this crap. Remember, they called it the blue Kachina because it's blue, guys. Look in between the lines. This has got much bigger too on the east side in the evening. It's gotten much bigger. Now this is an arm. 1, 2, 3, several, and a huge one here. That's an arm that lays out. I'm sorry my photos are not so good tonight. I've been having camera issues. But I still love showing you guys what I'm seeing. And thank you guys again for watching. There's a planet right here. Okay, you can see the elegant lining around it. Okay. As these veins, I call it, it's the travel of each object. They just swoop around this planet. Look at this right here. It comes up and boom, just elegantly goes around it. Okay, and this too. It's going the other way. That's why we don't see it beyond this. Beautiful. Okay, now you guys probably won't be able to see this, but there's one here, and there's one here. All right. And there's a couple more in here. And I don't know why I can see this, but it's so natural to me. I've been doing it for so long. It's a regular thing for me to do now. So guys, tune in next time. It comes by every 4 or 5 days. I'm going to go ahead and try to share with you guys weekly, and it's going to be, I guess, like a child. We're going to watch it grow together. Much love, guys. Music player out. Picture right here, you see the green color mixed with the majority black and white. Now that'll be my illustration area in my pictures, instead of me trying to figure out how I'm going to put a circle around that. Now within that picture and within that grain, you can see a circular shape. What's going on YouTube? This is Music Player 1979. It's now the 20th of January. That's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to try to finish this video up for you guys this evening and release it and go to bed. I want to start by again thanking everybody for watching my videos. And I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing, and if you can't, I hope I can show you through these videos that are moving, because you're not going to see it all the time. Every now and then, when the light hits it perfectly, you'll be able to make that rock out. And that's how this is. It's like a rock in the ocean. So when the light hits the oxide dust, it bends that light around that planetary object, and we're able to see it. And this is just off the borders of that green that's black. And that's a planet. Now I put this black and white because it's easier to illustrate and show you the shape that I'm seeing. Now on the outside of that dark planet you can see what resemble clouds. But in fact that's actually smaller debris going around that object before you can see it yourself through in the sky, which it won't be long. When you guys look at my pictures, I want you to start doing something a little different. I want you to start thinking about the depth perception. How far an item is away from another one. I want you guys also to think of it as dark rocks in the ocean.